Athletics at UNO. And now here with all the play-by-play, the voice of Maverick Sports, Torrey Pantalian.
Thanks a lot, Mark. And the tip goes to St. Cloud State. They're shooting at the basket to our right. Their color's also red and black, but it's more of an Oklahoma red than it is a UNO red. Charnowski takes the first shot of the game, missed, gets it back, put back is good. Charnowski had 25 points last night against Northern Colorado. 2-0. St. Cloud leads. Jeremy Kildare from the left wing tried to go down low this side. But he went out of bounds and belonged to St. Cloud. It was a turnover right away. And we'll have to see if UNO can play with some renewed life. Out front, Dan Ward. He showed his value last year as a freshman. Turnaround is no good by Kersey. Shot by Charnowski on a putback. It goes out of bounds. And it'll belong to St. Cloud. On this side of the hoop, on the end line. He's looking. There's Bodette isolated on the weak side. He banks it off the glass and scores. Chris Bodette has his first 2 points, and it's a 4-0 St. Cloud lead. Mavericks have it now shooting to our left in their home white uniforms, trimmed in red with the black. Kildare at the top of the key. High post to Skokin. They tried to hand it off on a give and go to Kildare on the left side of the lane. It went out of bounds, and Bill Herzog says Kildare knocked it out. So it'll belong to St. Cloud.
Oh, we know the crowd's in the game early. No question about their enthusiasm here.
Ward, far side on a swing around and get it to Bodette from the far baseline. Missed everything. Charnowski with the weak side rebound and kick it back again outside. 3-point shot is taken and missed by Stuart Kramer. Skokin gets the rebound. St. Cloud with a 4-0 lead here in the early minutes of the opening half. Ron Walker down the lane and a flying right-hander. He just floats the James in the air and lays it in. 4-2, St. Cloud. McDonald comes out to Ward. Ward back to McDonald. I won't say it hasn't been there before because Bob has in a lot of combinations so far this year. St. Cloud with the ball. Charnowski back in. Has it at the top of the key. Doherty all over him. Hands it off to Ward. Ward on the far side to Bodette. Bodette looking inside. Can't do it. Fakes this way. Goes the other way to Ward. Ward with a dribble now stops. Goes the other side to Bodette on a high post. They isolate it. Kramer underneath. And Jeremy Kildare was the only Maverick close enough to Kramer, and he just hammered it. So Kramer will go to the line. He'll shoot two.
I think that's what they call lowering the boom.
St. Cloud not doing a bad job either, moving the ball around out front, looking for the open man, and they found a guy on the baseline several times tonight. But Jeremy Kildare able to stop the easy layup. Kramer at the line, the first of two is on the way, and he missed.
Antoine Young going to check in. We did not see him at all last night.
He'll replace Jeremy Kildare, but I'll tell you, that young man coming in, Antoine Young played a whale of a game against South Dakota's Chris Jones. Really effectively shut Jones down. Second shot by Kramer on the way, and he gets this one. And he's into the book for the first time tonight with 1 point. It's 22-20. Mavericks lead, and the ball just went out of bounds on the inbounds for the Mavericks, and they turn it over. So St. Cloud gets it right back.
And Mavs have to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
They isolate Kramer again on the baseline. The shot is up and good, and Antoine Young fouled him. Well, he gets whistled for the foul, and again, the Mavericks are getting caught out of position. I think St. Cloud has found a weak spot right away. So you give the foul to Young, his first, team sixth this half. Give Kramer the hoop. He has 3 and a chance to complete the three-point play if he sinks this free throw. He does, and the Mavericks trail by 1, 23-20, and Kramer has 4 points on the night. Quickly, they break the press. John Haw for 2 from the right side is good. He just stepped up on that line. He stays back. He's got a three-pointer. Down court pass off the iron, but it's picked off by St. Cloud. McDonald has it on this wing. Mavericks lead at 24-23. 6:45 to go in a half. Dan Ward now out front. Goes to the far side for McDonald, and we've got a whistle and a foul. I think they're going to call it on John Haw. No, it's going to go against Stuart Kramer. His first. Team fifth for St. Cloud. I saw John Haw hit the deck, and I thought Bill Herzog was pointing at John, but he was pointing at Kramer. So UNO with a 1-point lead can up it to at least 3. Maybe 4. Bounce pass this side to Antoine Young. Young out top to Stubblefield. Tony dribbles all the way over to the right side in front of the St. Cloud bench. Passes this way to Haw. John now at the top of the key. Goes back to right side to Stubblefield. Tony now dribbles toward midcourt. Goes into his dance down the left side. Decides to spin around out of there and pass it to Haw. John tried to penetrate on the right side. He couldn't. Goes inside to Skokin. John in the lane. Off balance. Jump shot is good. He has 3, and the Mavericks lead by 3, 26-23 with 6:05 to go in the half. Ray Howard getting ready to come back into the ball game. They go to Charnowski underneath. Ball knocked out of bounds by John Skokin, so another good deny by John Skokin. Here comes Ray. Let's see who'll get a break. It's Joel Doherty. Ron Walker also will be checking in.
He did a good job on defense. He was keeping Shermowski away from the bucket.
And let's see. There goes the inbounds to Kramer this side. He kicks it all the way out to McDonald out front. Now he gives that up to Ward. Ward on the far side to Bodette. Skokin almost got his hands there. Charnowski has it now. Skip past Kramer. Fakes a shot. Steps up to the free throw line. And everybody on St. Cloud's team thought Kramer was going to shoot because he went up with a jump shot and then tried to pass it down low to Ward. Ward broke the other way. It goes out of bounds. UNO gets it back. 5:35 to go in the half. The Mavericks lead by 3, 26-23 over St. Cloud. Walker with the ball on the right wing. Comes toward the top to Howard. There's a nice pass underneath the Skokin. He missed the bank shot. Rebound Foster. John was open. They had been on him, but he was open. And then St. Cloud, in the person of Dan Ward, or Kramer, tries to fast break down court, and they overthrow Charnowski, and it goes into the pep band. So the Mavericks get it back. Now they've got to capitalize now. Turn this turnover to some points. 5:10 to go in the half. Walker dribbling toward the St. Cloud bench on the far side. Standing dribble, looks down low and can't get it there. Quick bounce pass out top to Antoine Young. Antoine wants to drive. Stop. Off balance. Bank shot from the left side from 12 goes in. So the freshman from North is in the book for the first down tonight. He gives the Mavericks a 5-point lead at 28-23. There's 4:50 to go in the half. Pass down low for Charnowski. Ray knocked it away, but McDonald picks it up for St. Cloud. Goes inside the lane, fakes a shot, now goes in the air and gets it. McDonald scores for the first down tonight. It's 28-25 Maverick 3-point lead. Ronnie Walker quickly down the far side of the floor. Now they reverse it to this wing to Haw. John goes across the lane, dumps it down low on the baseline, but it's stolen by Ward, who saves it in the air to Charnowski. They get it down the other side to Kramer. Kramer now. They kick it back out top to Ward. They're trying to isolate. You can see them trying to isolate on the baseline. McDonald now takes the pass out top, fakes 2 passes down low, then gives it to Ward. Ward out top, backs out. Now he goes down the left side of the lane. They left him open. He lays it up. No! Rejected by Howard. Pass to Charnowski. His right-handed hook shot won't go. Rebound Haw. Oh, what a block by Ray Howard. Down court this side, Antoine Young. Antoine gives it up to Ray. Inside to Skokin, and he's fouled from behind by Bodette, who's trying to reach in to deny the pass. Bodette's first, team 6.
And that is the difference here, I don't think, Tori, from some of the past games that we've seen. They're definitely picked things up offensively and defensively. They're playing well. They've had a few lapses here and there where they turn the ball over. But otherwise, Coach Hansen has to be pleased with what he's seen so far here in the first half.
Well, they're going to send Skokin to the line for a one-on-one. He moved, almost got, let's see, up, and no good. And we've got a lane violation, I believe, against UNO. I only have St. Cloud with 16 fouls, so I must have missed one someplace. Oh, okay, DeVita has one. That's 7. That's the bonus situation. Okay. So it gives Skokin a miss on that first attempt, and now they go down the other way. Oh, we had a foul on Mike Conley. That's his first, and that's the Mavericks team 7. I thought they called a lane violation. So who's at the line? That looks like Kesty. Kesty with a 1-and-1. First shot, got it. He has 5. He'll get the bonus. 28-26 Maverick lead with 3:42 to go here in the first half. So Kesty now with his second shot, the bonus. On the way, didn't get it. Rebound, knocked out of bounds by Mike Conley. So it'll belong to St. Cloud with 3:40 to go. St. Cloud will inbound it to our right. Ward will handle a pass. Far side, he goes to McDonald. McDonald fakes a pass outside, now dribbles around Young, goes into the lane, kicks out a pass in the air to Ward out top. Ward now with a jump shot from the free throw line. No, he passed it, intended for Kesty, knocked away by Conley, picked up by Antoine Young. Mavericks go down the other end of the floor. John Haw has it to Conley out top. Money looking with a bounce pass this side to Walker. Walker on this wing to Young. Pass intended inside for Garrett's knocked away by McDonald and picked off by Dan Ward. Down court pass the far side to Herman. Herman with a kick-out pass to Kesty. Now they want to slow it down. They try to isolate Charnowski underneath, and he puts up a reverse layup. It's blocked by Conley. Rebound by McDonald, so it's a fresh 45 for St. Cloud. McDonald has it on this side, goes to the free throw line. He fakes a shot, and then he tried to pass to Kesty down low. Was knocked out of bounds by the Mavericks. So UNO's defense is causing havoc at this point, forcing St. Cloud to do all kinds of trick and fancy things, making shots in the air and trying to pass it off.
And something else I think they've done, too, they've made a lot of Huskies change their minds in midair. The guys have gone up for shots, and they've got a body and a hand in their face, and they've decided to pass off instead.
Here's the inbounds to Kesty. Kesty gets it out to Dino DeVita, who's just come into the ball game. DeVita out top, stops his dribble, Gets it to Charnowski at the top of the key. He hands it back to DeVita with 2:35 to go in the half. The Mavericks lead by 2, 28-26. Herman with three-pointer from the far side. No good. Rebound. Garrett. Out far side to Conley. Down court to Hall. Hall with a layup. No. Foul before the shot. Foul on the floor. So the layup does not count.
KVNO. Tonight's game funded in part by Central Park Pharmacies, the UNO Maverick Club, Nebraska Business Development Center, and Jefferson Financial Services.
Well, John missed. And the rebound comes down to St. Cloud. They're down the other end of the floor now. DeVita has it. We've got 2:24 to go in the first half. They isolated Kesty underneath. He's in trouble, though, but his spin-around layup is good. He beat Mike Conley. He has 7 points. We're tied at 28 now. There's an inside pass to Garrett. The fade away from this side, no good. Conley had the rebound, and he lost it. He was knocked off balance, and he lost it out of bounds. So St. Cloud will get it with a chance to take the lead for the first time in a while. I think their last lead was 20-19, if I remember correctly. DeVita with a bounce pass. Inside to Charnowski, whose hook shot is good. Charnowski with 4, and now St. Cloud leads 30-28 with 2:05 to go in the first half. Ronnie Walker has it out top to Conley. Conley looks left, dribbles to the right, fakes the pass right now, and comes this way to John Haw. Haw on top of the key to Elrod. Elrod far wing to Walker, pass inside, intended for Garrett, knocked out of bounds by Charnowski. Stops the clock with 1:50, and the shot clock says 27. Walker with the inbounds on the far side of the hoop to our left. And the ball almost stolen by DeVita, but it's handled by Haw. Haw into Walker in the far corner. Three-point shot is short, missed everything. Rebound Charnowski, gets it out to DeVita, down court far side to McDonald, and he traveled, trying to get fancy with one of those behind-the-back passes on the run. And it cost him again another time where I think the guy with the ball should have gone to the hoop.
Yeah, and there are times, too, when a behind-the-back pass is necessary, but there are other times when it's really not necessary. And usually when you do it when you don't have to, those are the times you end up throwing the ball away or committing a traveling violation.
So UNO gets the ball back with a chance to tie. Just under a minute and a half left in the half. Walker has it out top. St. Cloud leads 32-28. This side to Hall. Hall back to Walker. Ronnie dribbles to this wing. Goes out top to Elrod. Elrod in the far corner to Hall. Back to Elrod this side. Comes this way to Walker. Ronnie trying to go baseline. Pulls up the jumper. Off the rim, no good. The rebound goes out of bounds off of UNO, they say. So St. Cloud will get the ball back, and they lead 30-28 here with 1:05 to go in the half. DeVita out top now. Between the legs dribble comes this side. He's boxed out of there. Has to give it up to Herman. Herman with a left-handed dribble now with a pass at the top of the key to McDonald. A three-pointer is off the back of the iron. A rebound goes to Kesty. His put-back reverse layup is good. Kesty using his height and his bulk. He has 9 points. He has 9 points, and now St. Cloud leads by 4, 32-28 with 35 seconds to go in the half. UNO would love nothing better than obviously to get a bucket before the half. The shot clock is off. Haw out by midcourt now. Gives it up to Ron Walker. Walker dribbles toward the right side. Still with a standing dribble. Stops, looks, inside, finds Garrett alone underneath. Hans up, his shot is blocked by Kesty. Put back, no good. Tip up is good. Garrett with 3 straight shots. Hans stays with it. He has 6. The Mavericks trail by 2. A 25-footer by DeVita at the buzzer. Hit the backboard off the front of the iron, but didn't go in. So the teams head to the locker room here at halftime with the Mavericks trailing by a score of 32-30. But I think especially after what we saw last second half, and it is St. Cloud with the ball. They're shooting to our left. They're in their traveling black uniforms, white numbers and letters, trimmed in red. And Well, they've got the same starting five out there. Kramer, Ward, who has the ball, and we have a whistle. What do we call it? Official's timeout. The official calls a timeout. And what are they calling here?
Well, the clocks appear to be all right. They've been moving. We're down to 1937. Shot clock at 39, but that's might be the problem.
Yeah, that's only 6 seconds off the shot clock, but 13 seconds off the game clock.
That's our problem.
22 seconds on the shot clock now. If I'm Butch Raymond, that would upset me only because it takes you out of your offensive rhythm. And then you're inbounding the ball with 22 seconds left on the shot clock. Ward has it out top. Goes underneath to Charnowski, and he lays it in as it rattled around the rim, but that's exactly what we're talking about. Charnowski isolated underneath, and he gets the first 2 points of this half, and St. Cloud's up by 4, 34-30.
That'll make the coach feel better about the clock.
No kidding. This side down low to Ray Howard. Howard's bank shot turnaround is no good, and the rebound comes down to St. Cloud. Dan Ward on the outlet pass trying to rush it down the other end, and we've got a whistle and a foul. It'll be on Ron Walker. Ron's first, team first this half. We have Ron Walker, John Hall, Tom Skilton, Ray Howard, and Jeremy Kildare on the floor for the Mavericks. It's Bodette, Ward, Charnowski, Kramer, and McDonald for St. Cloud. Ward with it at the top of the key. Looks right, throws that way to McDonald. McDonald gives it up in the corner to Kramer, who puts up a shot for 2. And that makes it 36-30.
Biggest lead of the evening so far for St. Cloud.
Yeah, and St. Cloud has scored all the points this half so far. 18:45 to go in the ball game. Kildare for 3 from the top of the key, off the back of the ring. Skokin fights for the rebound, gets it in the paint, lost it, then on one knee throws it out to Hall, who puts up a three-pointer, and he missed. The ball's knocked out of bounds by Skokin on the rebound attempt, so St. Cloud gets the ball back. But Skokin getting applause from his teammates on the bench for his efforts. UNO's got to stop now because stopped them from scoring, I think, on this possession. Probably might see a timeout if St. Cloud gets the easy hoop. But a pass inside by Ward is knocked out of bounds by John Hall. So St. Cloud will keep it. And that ball again goes out of bounds. So UNO interrupting the flow here. Again, the inbounds pass knocked loose, chased down this end of the court by Kramer. He had to go over to the backcourt to get it. Bounce pass far side to Bodette at the free throw line, comes this way to Kramer. Kramer has the ball knocked loose from behind, but Charnowski picks it up. In the lane, laid it up, shot blocked by Skokin. They fight for the rebound, and we've got a whistle and a foul. And they're going to call it on John Skokin. Or are they going to call just that John knocked the ball out of bounds? I guess that's what they're going to call. The way the official pointed at Skokin, I thought maybe he whistled a foul, and now Bill Herzog blows his whistle and wants to find out what's going on. I think maybe he thought there might have been a foul. So St. Cloud will handle the inbound. They get it to Kramer this side. Out to Ward. Ward for 2. Or no, they give him a three-pointer. What are they doing? Herzog called a two-pointer on the far side of the floor. The official on this side said it was a 3, and that's what it's going to be. So Ward's into the book for the first time tonight. And on a 7-0 run here in the opening minutes of the second half, St. Cloud leads 39-30, and immediately Bob Hansen calls timeout, gets Ron Walker to dribble all the way over to the Maverick bench on the far side of the field house. So with 17:46 to go in the ball game, St. Cloud leading UNO 39-30.
Possession for the Mavericks.
Walker takes the inbound pass and dribbles this way. Boxed out of there by Kramer, into the corner to Kildare. Jeremy looking, comes out to Walker. Walker on the other side of the floor to Haw. John down the line. And we've got a whistle and a foul underneath. And they're looking at Joel McDonald from St. Cloud State. That's his second, team first. So UNO will inbound it again. John Haw has it. Calls the play, comes this way to Ron Walker. Walker with a left-handed dribble toward the top of the key. Continues on the other side, then passes to Kildare. Kildare gives it back to Walker. Walker comes up top of the key to Haw. Haw down the left side of the lane. Penetrated, tried to kick it out of there. The ball is knocked loose. Skokin had it, and we've got a whistle and a foul on St. Cloud. So they're making things happen, although they're not handling the ball real well. The foul is going to be on St. Cloud. Is Chris Bodette picking up his second, team second. UNO with another inbound from the end line to our right. Haw has it out to Howard. Howard comes this way to Walker. Ronnie spin dribble into the lane. Fade away is no good. Rebound. Skokin puts it up. It's good. He's fouled.
And they needed that. Mavs going almost 3 minutes here in the opening of the second half without a point. And that ends a 7-0 run for St. Cloud State.
Joel McDonald picks up another foul. His third. Team third this half. He'll go out. Chad Herman will come in. And Skokin with a chance for a three-point play. The Mavericks now trail 39-32. Free throw would be nice. It's up. And no good. Rebound. Chased down. John Haw has it on the far side to Skokin. His layup is no good. They call a charge on Skokin. It could have very well been a travel call, too. That's what I thought they were going to call, but they give him the foul instead. That's his third personal, team second. UNO is going to put on a press.
Huskies have done a good job of keeping Skokin bottled up. He hasn't been able to get going offensively right in his spot there, down low in the post.
There's a trap on Ward on the far side. Passes this way. It's knocked away, but he got it back. Kramer has it on this side. Cross-court pass to Herman. Herman gets it in low to Charnowski. They split off Charnowski. Kildare lost him. He turned his back on him, and Charnowski just laid it in. Charnowski with 8 points at the 41-32 lead for St. Cloud now. Man, I can't believe Jeremy just forgot him. And then Jeremy's pass inside is knocked away and stolen. Here comes Ward, far side. Now he comes this way to Bodette from 12. It's good. And it's getting out of hand quickly. 8 points for Bodette, an 11-point St. Cloud lead at 43-32. UNO's just going to have to play themselves out of this. They got to keep their heads up now because this start of this half has been... And then again, Kramer gets his hand in the way of that pass. Ronnie Walker passed on the other side to Kildare, but Kildare turned his head away, and Kramer almost stole the pass. Walker now has it on the inbounds. Down the left side of the lane with a cross dribble. A running right-hander is good. Ronnie has 4, and now it's 43-34. The Mavericks trail by 9 with 15:55 to go in the game. Dan Ward, pass up top to Bodette. Bodette goes the right side. Herman for 3, launches it. It's good. Yeah, they've got the Mavericks spread all over the place. They've got them confused. 7 points for Herman. It's a 45-34 lead. Another 15:35 to go. They isolate Skokin down low. His shot is blocked. Ball comes down to Kramer. Charnowski, shorter by a couple of inches, continues to block Skokin, and then they find Charnowski on a break on this side all alone, and he lays it in.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there defensively, Torrey, but he was all by himself, and the Mavs now trail by 13.
47-34. Bob Hansen wants another timeout, and man, I'll tell you, it's unraveling fast. Totally unraveling. They're beating him in transition. They're beating him in the half court. And Bob Hansen and his brain trust of Dennis Majeski, Brian Remsburg, and Greg Steeman have to get things together, as Antoine Young will be coming into the ballgame, as will Hans Gertz. But all of a sudden, UNO seems really confused on defense.
Doesn't look like the same team that went into the locker room trailing by just 2 points. The Mavs looking more like the team last night that got off to a bad start in the first half of the game against Mankato State. They're down by 13, 48, or 14 points, I should say, 48-34. Largest lead of the game for the Huskies. The Mavs at 1 point in the first half, led by 5 at 28-23. That's been their biggest lead of the evening, but they are very disorganized, confused, just not in sync as they were earlier.
So the Mavericks will get the ball. They'll inbound it from the far side. Gertz and Young in the lineup now. Kildare and Skokin are out. Walker with the ball out top to the right wing to Haw. Hall looking to the middle, keeps it outside to Walker. Ronnie with a right-handed dribble with this wing. Now he goes to the top of the key to Young. Antoine gives it up to Hall on the far side of the floor. John on high post to Gertz on this wing over to Ronnie Walker. Walker looking to penetrate. He drives in. He gets hammered. And there's no call, but he's able to kick it out to Hall. Hall, tricky dribbles on the baseline and lays it in. Hall has 7, and it's now 48-36. Mavs down by a dozen with 14:35 to go in the game. Dino DeVita's into the lineup now to guard for St. Cloud. Herman with a three-pointer from the right side, and this guy, they're just leaving him wide open. He has 10 points, 2 3-pointers here. Walker with a nice back pass to Howard, and Ray had the ball stripped, and then he goes after it and gets it in the lane. Ball still loose. There's a scramble, and Kramer picks it up. A turnover by UNO. Actually, Ronnie Walker got into the lane and tried an over-his-head pass to Howard, and St. Cloud got in the way, causing the scramble. DeVita now, left side of the lane, stops his dribble, gives it to Herman on this side. Back to DeVita at the top of the key, goes to the right, stops, come back this way, bounce pass to Kramer. Kramer with an over-the-head pass back to DeVita. DeVita looking right now. He goes left at the free throw line to Bodette. Bodette to Kramer on the left, on the right wing for a three, and he buries it. Now you got to get in their face. You can't let them sit out there all night and pass it and shoot that thing, because they're just putting it, they're just jamming it right at you. 54-36 now. 18-point lead for St. Cloud. 13 and a half minutes to go. Kesty tried to block Antoine Young off the far baseline, bumped him out of bounds. He'll get the foul. That's his first. Team fourth.
Mavs have been outscored here in the second half, 22-6 in not quite 7 minutes of play. Of course, can't take anything away from the Huskies. I mean, they are executing and doing everything that the Mavs have not been able to do.
Well, they've really done a good job at isolating people, whether it's on the baseline or out for three-pointers.
Playing with a lot of confidence right now.
Quick pass inside to Gertz. His layup is no good, but Ray Howard follows with a slam. Ray gets his first points of this half. He has 10, and it's 54-38. DeVita gets away from Stubblefield, keeps his dribble alive, and then gets it to Herman on this wing. Herman pushes off Elrod with a bounce pass across the baseline to Charnowski. Charnowski puts it in from 10 on the far side. He has a dozen. 56-38. The Huskies are just playing with all kinds of confidence. It's almost arrogant the way they're playing. They really feel good about themselves at this point. Young, far side, puts it to the floor, looks for the baseline, dribbles around. Kramer, shot is missed, no foul. Stubblefield picks it up on the floor. He's flat on his back, tried to roll it out to Howard, and it went out of bounds. So it'll go back to St. Cloud as Skokin comes in for Gertz. Bob Hansen calling for 75, and that's the three-quarter court defense man-to-man. DeVita to Kesty. Kesty down the right side of the lane, gives it up to Charnowski in the circle. He in turn passes it out to DeVita. Far side to Herman for three. Missed it. Tip up is good by Charnowski. Charnowski holds up his hand to let the scorer know, give me those points and nobody else. It's 58-38, 20-point lead now for St. Cloud. Charnowski has 14 points. Elrod this wing, pass inside intended for Skokin, stolen by Charnowski, but Kesty gets the foul from behind. That is his second, team fifth. No shot. So UNO will handle the inbounds on this side of the hoop on the end line to our right.
Maverick basketball on KVNO. Tonight's game funded in part by the UNO Maverick Club and the Nebraska Business Development Center.
Ryan Elrod takes a pass and hits a three on the inbound. Elrod has 5. That's his first points his half, and it's 58-41 now. The Mavericks down by 17. St. Cloud. Herman has it in front of his own bench on the far side. Tries to go around Elrod, and Ryan will get the foul for hooking him over on the left arm on the far side. So for Elrod, that's his first. Team third. Then it seems if it's not one thing, it's another. You get one part of your game going, and then they take you apart on another end. Herman with the inbound pass on the far side. Now the bring it all the way out to midcourt to DeVita. Stubblefield knocked it loose, but DeVita was able to chase it down. Bounce pass, far wing to Herman. Herman comes out this way to Kesty. Kesty back to Herman on the right. To DeVita at the top of the key. DeVita, tricky dribbles, cross dribble, stopped in the lane. He's in trouble. Gets it out to Kesty. Kesty to Springer on the baseline with a nice pass to Sharnowski on the far side. He missed the layup. Stubblefield comes out of there with a rebound. 2-on-3. Lead pass to Elrod. Elrod's pushed out of bounds, but he's able to pass it into Skokin, who gives it to Antoine Young, who missed a shot from the far baseline. Ray Howard's putback is no good. Skokin with a putback, no good. Tip up by Antoine Young is good. He has 4, and it's now 58-43. Mavericks trail by 15 with 10:50 to go. DeVita spin dribble away from Stubblefield. Lost the ball. Skokin picks it off. Here come the Mavericks down this end of the court. Stubblefield stops out top. Goes to Skokin. They find Elrod on the far wing. His pass inside intended for Ray Howard, and we've got a foul from behind on St. Cloud, stopping the clock with 10:34 to go in the ball game. Charnowski picks up his second foul, team 6. So the Mavericks can go into the bonus with at least half of the game, half of the half left. We're at 10:34. Non-shooting foul.
This is where they got to make their move. Excuse me, Torrey. They've scored 5 straight. They've got to start putting the heat on now. Get within striking distance.
Stubblefield on the far wing. Now he dribbles out toward the center jump circle at midcourt. Goes to the far side to Young with a nice bullet pass to Skokin on the baseline. John missed the layup. Tip up, no good. The ball is still loose. Stubblefield has it. His turnaround is good.
Torrey. Mavs doing a great job on the offensive boards now. They are getting second and third chances and not giving up and keeping after the ball and eventually getting it through. And they have now scored 7 straight.
They trail by 13, 58-45. Just less than 10 minutes to go in the ball game. Dan Ward has it. Comes this way to LaTroy Spann. Spann guarded by Howard. He can't shake him. Gets it to Bodette to the right of the free throw line. Jump shot no good. Tip up no good. Herman pulls down the rebound. Comes out this way, gives it up to Ward. Ward dribbles toward the top of the key with his right hand, guarded by Stubblefield. Looking inside, flash post to Bodette. Now they come this way to Herman for 3. Missed that one. Rebound Howard. They'll make Herman shoot from the left side because it doesn't seem he can shoot from the left side. Antoine Young down the far side of the floor. Howard has it at the top of the key. They go down low to Skokin, and he's pushed from behind by Bodette. Skokin hit the deck. I thought he might have rolled that ankle, but he appears to be okay. Bodette picks up his 3rd. That is the 7th team foul on St. Cloud. So that'll put the Mavericks into the bonus. Butch Raymond wants a timeout over on the St. Cloud bench. So with 9:17 remaining in the ball game, it's UNO trailing St. Cloud 58-45.
How
around the rim, no good. Rebound Charnowski. You got to hit the free throws. St. Cloud now with it down the other end.
Season that's called Jean.
looks so easy.
Charnowski with 16 points, 12. This happened at 60-45. 15-point lead for St. Cloud. Pass down low to Skokin. He goes outside to Conley. Far side Young. Back to Walker down the left side of the lane. His jump shot is short. Rebound by Spann. Ward quickly kicks it out of there. 3-on-1. Dishes off to Charnowski, who lays it in. Charnowski has 18 points. And again, it's a 17-point lead for St. Cloud at 62-45. So the Mavericks get beat in transition on that one. Walker in the lane, passes off to Skokin. Skokin's shovel layup is good. John has 7 points, and it's 62-47. St. Cloud by 15 with 8:15 to go in this ball game. And just so frustrating. Spann on a high post, far side, kicks it back out to Ward. Ward to Charnowski on this side of the free throw line. Back to Spann on the other side. They isolate Springer on the baseline, but he can't do anything with it. He passes this way to Charnowski. His reverse layup is good.
And the question's got to be, what was Charnowski, who is the big offensive machine for the Huskies, doing so all alone?
And he has 20 points, 16 this half. I swear he scored 12 in a row. 12 baskets in a row. That would give him 24 points. That's how fast he's scoring. Nice deny inside, but Walker picks it up, passed it off to Conley, and it was a tough pass, knocked away by St. Cloud. Here they come on a break. And Ward with a cross-court pass to Herman. Herman saves it. They come all the way around this side to Ward. Ward tries to pass out to Charnowski. Charnowski gets it into Springer in this corner. He drives baseline around Young, dishes it off to LaCroix Span, who slams it in from the opposite side. And they're just making the Mavericks look silly at this point. And now it's a 66-47 lead for St. Cloud. It's up to 19 points with 7:05 to go. And St. Cloud is just... well, they're just putting on a clinic, and it's almost like, okay, UNO, here it is in your face. Conley off the flash, tried to pass inside to Skokin. He lost it, and then Charnowski tried to save it and stepped out of bounds, and then he goes over and does a manly thing and kicks one of the cheerleaders' pom-poms into the pep band.
I don't think I've ever seen a pom-pom kick at a basketball game before.
Charnowski, it's nice to know you can score a lot of points real fast, and you're a real He-Man. We know that. 6:54 to go in the ball game. Ronnie Walker with the inbounds pass. He gets it to Ray Howard. No, it's knocked away and stolen by Herman. So now the Mavericks just aren't taking care of the ball at all. Herman fakes a three. Now he goes up for three, buries it. He has 13 points. He has 3 straight three-pointers this half. It's 69-47, 22-point lead now for St. Cloud. They just open up the barn doors. Kildare fakes a three, steps up, takes a 15-footer. No, he passes to Conley. Conley saves it off the end line and puts it up over to Howard, and Ray got fouled by Span in the act of shooting. So for Span, that is his second. Team 8. Ray should go to the line. He should shoot 2. Tony Stubblefield coming back into the game. He'll replace Ron Walker.
Well, I don't know what Butch Raymond said to the Huskies during that last timeout, but whatever it was, he has seen his team take that 13-point lead and run it up to 22 points in just a little under 3 minutes.
Ray's first shot is short off the front of the iron.
Tonight's game funded in part by the Nebraska Business Development Center and the UNO Maverick Club.
Well, every game here at the Fieldhouse, the fans leave earlier and earlier. Howard's second shot is good. Ray has 11, and it's 69-48. Mavericks trail. 6:15 to go in the game. DeVita back in, gets it to Kesty on this side of the free throw line. Bounce past the Span on the other side, goes down low to Springer, and he missed it. Stolen by Stubblefield. Tony down the middle of the floor, bounce past to Conley, off the far side, layup no good. He got it back, puts it up, no good. Ball comes out to Herman. Herman on the break, bounce past this side to Span. Span goes up for the slam, and Ryan Elrod hammered him. There's no way Ryan was going to let Span get the slam, and you know that's what he was thinking to do, to jam it home. Elrod has his second personal, team 5th this half, and Span will go to the line and shoot 2. And I'll be honest with you, I was waiting for Span to hit the deck. I think Ryan was rather gentle. I used the word hammer. Well, he did. He knocked him pretty hard, but Span was able to stand on his feet. Coming into the ball game now for Herman for the first time tonight is John Evans out of La Crosse, Wisconsin. First shot by Span is no good. Gonna get another. 21-point lead for St. Cloud. 69-48 with 5:54 to go in the game. Second shot on the way, and he missed that one. Ray Howard with the board. Outlet pass to Stubblefield. Stubblefield brings it down the far side of the floor. Comes out top to Kildare. This wing to Elrod. Elrod looking to go inside. Decides to go back out top to Tony Stubblefield. Stubblefield with a cross dribble. Now he goes all the way around by his own bench. Passes to Elrod. Ryan down the lane. Dumps it off to Ray for the easy layup. Howard with 13 points now, and it's a 69-50 St. Cloud lead with 5.5 minutes to go in the game. DeVita out top, dribbling toward the right now, reverses, comes this way with a pass to Springer. Springer back to DeVita. Span has it now on the right side of the key. DeVita on the left side of the key. Stubblefield on him. Passes over to Kesty on the right side. They tried to get it. Well, there was nobody there. Kesty threw it to the baseline to nobody. So it goes out of bounds, and it belongs to UNO with 5:06 to go in the ball game.
One of the few mistakes the Huskies have made here in the second half. They have just played very well, just executing well. And the Mavs just can't seem to get anything going now. It's, again, the momentum shifting back to St. Cloud State in a big way.
It's almost an imperative UNO score every time they touch the ball now for the rest of the game. Howard's turnaround in the lane is no good. Rebound, Kesty kicks it out to DeVita. DeVita down the right side. Blind pass over the far side to Evans for three. No good. Rebound, Elrod. Ryan brings it all the way down this side of the floor. Cross dribble. Skip pass to Kildare. Kildare for three. In and out. Rebound. Tipped by Springer. Outlet pass to DeVita. DeVita in the middle of the floor. Bounce pass to Spann. His layup is no good. A foul on Kildare. Spann will go to the line and shoot two. Kildare with his second personal. Team fifth. So Spann now will go to the line. He'll shoot two. He missed two the last time. Ronnie Walker comes back into the UNO lineup. Mike Connolly goes out. So as I said, UNO has had the ball twice, haven't scored. And they're going to have to score almost every time they touch the ball with 4.5 minutes, actually 4:32 remaining. Spann's first shot, and he missed that one. So he'll get another on the two-shot foul. On the way, and he breaks the drought, and he has 3 points on the night. And it's 70-50, a 20-point lead for St. Cloud. UNO threw the ball away. Evans picks it up on the far side, lays it up and in on the break. He beat Walker and Howard. They just threw the ball away.
Mavs looked tired here in the second half. I don't know why that would be. They were playing very aggressive and keeping up with the Huskies in the first half, but here they just seem like a beaten club.
72-50. St. Cloud leads it, and then Tony Stubblefield mishandled the ball on the end line, and it goes out of bounds for another turnover.
They look physically beaten.
There they put on the press. Inbound to DeVita. DeVita comes his side, and they throw it away. The pass intended from Travis Brown to John Evans, and it went out of bounds at half court, so UNO can say the press worked in this situation. They get the ball back. Less than 4 minutes to go in the game. Elrod on the far side. Look away pass to Ray down low. Ray mishandled the ball. Comes up with it, and what do we have? We've got a foul. Ray was on the floor fighting for it with Evans. And Travis Brown will pick up the foul. Check that. That's LaTroy Spann who got the foul. His third. Team ninth. And what do we have? Hans Gertz going to come in. Oh, he's going in for the shooter who will be Ray Howard. Ray at the line for 1-1. First shot on the way. Got it.
Another strong game from Ray tonight, who's really picked up his game in the last couple of weeks. During this bad spell for the Mavericks, he has been one of the few bright spots.
And he'll get the bonus shot on the way. It's good. So 15 points for Ray Howard, and he goes out as Hans Gertz will come in. St. Cloud with a 72-52 lead with 3:44 remaining in the ball game.
Tonight's game funded in part by the Nebraska Business Development Center and the UNO Maverick Club.
Now they got a triple team at DeVita. Now they've got a four-man team, and they steal it. Down court from Stubblefield intended to Elrod on the break, but we've got a foul on DeVita, who he went into the scorer's table after fouling Stubblefield. But they had 4 men on DeVita at midcourt, and they forced the turnover. So that's DeVita's first, team 10th. Stubblefield should shoot two. Ward, Charnowski, and McDonald all coming in.
I guess Butch Raymond isn't so sure. He's got Charnowski coming back in with a 20-point lead and 3:34 to go. Not being too careful on the road, I guess.
Stubblefield to shoot two. Rim the first one. It's a two-shot foul, you guys. Sorry for my reaction, but I hate it when the officials don't take control of the ball game. Official hands the ball to the shooter, holds up 2 fingers. He tells everybody on the lane he's shooting 2. He shoots the first one, misses it, and immediately they get the rebound. They head down court, and the officials let them do it. Now Stubblefield hits the second free throw. He has 3 points. Now it's 72-53. Charnowski with it on his side. To Kramer in this corner. Kramer out to Ward. Ward with a dribble. To Brown down low. We've got a foul out front. It's going to be on Tony Stubblefield hacking at Ward on the attempted pass. Stubblefield's first, team sixth. Non-shooting foul. St. Cloud inbounds it here on the sideline. 3:20 to go in the ball game. St. Cloud leads 72-53. Brown has it at the top of the key to Ward, who mishandled it, but gets it back on the baseline and kicks it out to Kramer at the top of the key, and there's a foul on Jeremy Kildare. So for Kildare, that's foul number 3, 7th team foul, so that'll put Kramer at the line for the 1-on-1. Kildare doing a good job. He got right in Kramer's face, but then when Kramer bent backwards, that's when Kildare committed the foul. 3:07 to go in the ball game. Kramer's first shot is good. It hit the front of the iron, then rolled around toward the bracket at the back and fell through. He has 10 points. Gets another, a bonus shot. Gets that one. And it's a 74-53 St. Cloud lead with 3:05 to go in the game. Walker, coast to coast, lays it up and in. Has 6. 74-55 now, and the trap almost worked, but Brown's able to pick up the loose ball. And quickly St. Cloud gets it down the other end of the floor. Ward has the ball. No, he's fouled from behind. Stubblefield went right behind him and reached for the ball, but he caught Ward on the hand, so that's foul on Stubblefield, his second. Team 8.
Elsewhere in the North Central Conference tonight, Morningside over North Dakota 87-80, and South Dakota defeated North Dakota State 82-65. At halftime, Northern Colorado leads Mankato State 30-27, and in the second half, it is Augustana over South Dakota State 43-39.
Shot by Ward is missed, but St. Cloud gets the rebound. And there's a foul in front of the St. Cloud bench by John Haw on Joel McDonald. For Haw, his first, team 9th. Antoine Young comes back into the ball game. He'll be replacing Tony Stubblefield. So McDonald at the line to shoot a 1-on-1. Now the second half on that run was all Charnowski. But he ought to buy a lot of people dinner or something because they got him the ball. As McDonald hits the first one, he'll get the bonus. He has 3 points on the night, and it's 75-55.
And when they had the big lead and then the Mavs started to make a little headway, the Huskies didn't lose their composure, and especially playing on the road with the crowd getting back in the game, they really kept control of themselves and were able to build the lead back up again.
Kildare for 3 from the top of the key is no good. John Hall got the rebound on the baseline, dumps it out to Gertz, who lays it in. Hans has 8. That's his first 2 points this half. And it's 76-57 as McDonald hit the bonus free throw, but back in transition. St. Cloud beats the Mavericks, but instead of shooting, they keep the ball out. They want to milk the clock. They open it up wide. Really got a 4-corner offense going. Charnowski, they're out. They've got 3 men out by midcourt. McDonald has it to Charnowski in the middle on this side now. He gets it to Travis Brown, and Brown passed it over to McDonald, but he was fouled in the act of passing. Antoine Young picks up the foul. That's his second, team 10th. So both teams have 10-team fouls, and that'll put Brown at the line for 2. Minute 59 to go in the ball game. Brown now at the line. He'll have a chance to get into the book, and he does.
This has been a successful road trip for the Huskies, winning out last night in Greeley, then making the long trek here to Omaha. And they're going to get a win out of this.
5 in a row. Walker, spin dribble. 15-footer, no good. Rebound tipped out by Young to Kildare. Nice pass to Gertz, who lays it in. Gertz has 10 points, but nice pass by Jeremy Kildare. John Haw steals the pass. His jump shot for three is good. He has 10, and it's 77-62 with 1:35 to go in the game. Charnowski trapped on this sideline. Cross-court pass to DeVita. And then there's a foul at midcourt. DeVita passed the ball to John Evans, and Jeremy Kildare hit him with a body. So for Kildare, that is his fourth. And that'll put Evans at the line for two.
Maverick basketball on KVNO. Tonight's game funded in part by the Nebraska Business Development Center and the UNO Maverick Club. Lady Mavs earlier this evening defeating St. Cloud State rather handily, 95-51. Second win in a row for Sherry Mankenberg's crew.
Well, this one's all but official. So UNO will remain winless in the North Central Conference as they get ready to host South Dakota State here Tuesday night. Evans hits the first of two free throws.
And we'll have that for you right here on KVNO with airtime at 6:50 with the pregame and tip-off at 7:05.
Evans gets both free throws. He has 4 points, and it's 79-62. The Mavericks up by 17. Or I should say they trail by 17. I wish they were winning by 17. John Haw for three from the far side. Missed, but it went off the supporting brace. So it'll belong to St. Cloud. Pass in to get it, and Evans is fouled immediately by Ron Walker. That's Ronnie's second. That'll put Evans back at the line for two. Stops the clock with 1:16. And I have a feeling this last 76 seconds is going to be an eternity. Evans with the first of two. Got it. I've seen guys end up scoring 15, 16 points in a situation like this. You go to the line and make believe they're at the state fair shooting for teddy bears. He has 6 points. It's 81-62 now. Mavericks trail. Walker quickly with the ball down the other end of the court. Still with the dribble. Passes this way to Haw. Haw fakes a three. Penetrates. Right side of the lane. Goes a cross-court pass to Garrison. Puts it in from about 8. Hans has 12. 81-64. Travis Brown with a cross-court pass to Evans. Evans found LaTroy Spann all alone, but he couldn't handle it. Stolen by Walker. Garrett has it. Pass this side to Young. Young on the other side. Walker for three from about 23. Won't go. Rebound. Still in the air. Brown has it. Outlet pass to Spann. Spann on this side is going to lay it in. He had Evans on the other side to pass to, but he kept it himself. He drew Ronnie Walker defensively. So it's 83-64. UNO trailing. Pass down low to Garrett. Hans has 14 now. 8 this half. Inbound pass to DeVita. 15 seconds. They find Evans in the middle, and Walker will get the foul. Ronnie tried to draw the charge instead. He commits his third foul, and that'll put Evans at the line for two more. Evans has 6, 4 straight from the line. So it stops the clock with 14 seconds left, and man, this just gets tougher and tougher. There's the shot. It's good.
They're a good free throw shooting team. We've certainly learned that in the last 5 or 6 minutes. They make their free throws.
And he missed that one. It's probably the last shot of the game. Walker for three from the top of the key. No good. Rebound. Doherty put back is short. Haw gets it. Put up is good. John has a dozen, and that'll do it. And it ends up being a 16-point win for St. Cloud here at the Fieldhouse, 84-68. Tough night for the UNO Mavericks here at the Fieldhouse. Trying in vain to find ways to win ball games, and they stay close this first half, fall behind early, and they didn't score for quite a while at the start of the second half, and then they found themselves down by as many as 22, and that was all she wrote. They played catch-up the entire second half, couldn't quite get it done.
I think this has got to be certainly more frustrating than last night's game, because last night they really weren't in the game at all. Tonight, a different story, trailing at halftime 32-30, and seem to be back to their game in the first 20 minutes, but in the second 20 minutes, except for a few minutes there where they were able to cut the lead down to 13, otherwise the Huskies controlled the entire second half, and the Mavs just look like a different team out there.
Well, it makes it tough, and in the postgame, week after week, you search yourself for answers, and you don't know exactly what's going on, where to turn to, how to look. You just have to hope the kids don't give up, and they'll come back next time. Now, they don't have as much time to prepare for the next ball game. They got a couple of days, and boom, they're right back at it Tuesday night. South Dakota State comes into town. Again, if you're looking at somebody to look to, Ray Howard, Hans picked up a lot of points. I guess you'd call them garbage time points, because the game was, the game was out of reach, but the kid's getting some playing time, and he's taking his shots. And, I mean, we've seen guys in that situation miss, and Hans hasn't been missing. He's got some legitimate quality minutes, too, so that scoring average keeps going up, and it's not really misleading. I think Hans is capable of playing that kind of basketball, but boy, the story on this game, especially the second half, was being able to find men loose underneath in the person of Hog Charnowski, and then he got a couple on the break. And the next thing you know, he's got 20 points, 16 of those coming in this half, and he got most of them on that big run that they had.
The Huskies looked like they had a second win coming out in the second half, and the Mavericks just couldn't keep up. And the Huskies just didn't miss there for a couple of minutes as well. It seemed like everything they put up was going through, and the Mavs couldn't even get their first point until almost 3 minutes into the second half. And in just the space of a few minutes, the 2-point deficit was up to a 9-point lead, and St. Cloud just went from there.
Well, the final score from the field house is St. Cloud 84, UNO 68. The Mavericks now fall to 0-9 in the conference. St. Cloud, meanwhile, evens their record at 5-5. They have won 5 straight since their 0-5 start, and they look like a totally different ball club.
Yeah, they managed to turn it around, and they've gotten into their groove now, and they really looked impressive here tonight. This is a good ball club with a lot of offensive weapons, a lot of big guys who don't necessarily play like big guys, very mobile, very athletic out there on the court, make things happen.
Quickly, let's look at the scoring table. We told you Charnowski scored 20. And other scoring for St. Cloud, Chad Herman had 13 points. He had 3 3-pointers the second half. 11 points for Stuart Kramer, 10 for Kesty, all in the first half. Dan Ward had 3, John Evans 7, Travis Brown with 1, Springer with 2, McDonald with 4, Bodette with 8, Spann with 5 for the Mavericks. Ray Howard led with 15. Hans Gertz had 14. 7 for John Skokin. 12 for John Haw. At 7 in the second half. 5 for Elrod. 6 for Ronnie Walker. Antoine Young had 4. Tony Stubblefield with 3. Mike Conley with 2. And John Skokin with 7. And that adds up to that 84-68 final score in favor of St. Cloud.
They led by 2 at halftime, 32-30. And they outscored the Mavs in the second half by a score of 52-38 to win it by 16 points, 84-68. Maverick basketball on KBNO brought to you in part by Central Park Pharmacy, serving Omaha for more than 25 years, open 7 days a week at 3 Omaha locations, 41st and Grand, 307 North, 100.